Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Dose number 5, take number 5, at least 5, maybe 6 or 7. Today we're going to start standing and we're going to stay standing. We're going to be doing some standing balancing postures, so if grabbing your toes and doing this does not look like fun to you, you might want to go ahead and grab a strap and have it handy-dandy. We're going to start standing in our Tadasana today. We want to go ahead and bring our feet together and lift up the toes a little bit, spread them out. Breathe in slow and deep here. Just a moment, kind of roll onto your toes as you inhale, and as you exhale, roll back on the heels just a little bit, kind of feeling it out. We're there. Softening the shoulders down the back, palms facing front, kind of reaching down and back. It's gentle engagement, but we are engaged. We are active. We want to inhale, tuck the chin, close the eyes, stand tall. Exhale, softening the shoulders, pulling the belly button in. Keep the core engaged here. Engage the pelvic floor. Mula Bandha. As we inhale, we lift up and in. Lifting and expanding the chest. Exhaling, softening, standing firm. Firm as a mountain. Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking the awareness into the body. Notice if the tension starts to accumulate in the shoulders, just soften them down a little bit. Let the brain be in the bottom of the feet for a moment. And notice if there's more pressure on one side than the other. Can we find that equal pressure left to right, equal pressure front to back? Searching for samastiti, our equal standing. Sometimes pronounced samastahiti. A few more breaths here. Tuning in, tapping in, grounding down into the reality of the here and now. Being in the body. Moving the breath. As we inhale, we want to take the palms wide and reach high. Go ahead and look up toward the sky. Exhaling, pressing the palms down on the heart and squeezing the core. Feels pretty good. Couple times here. 3-4 breaths. Open and expand. Reach high. Look up. Oh, maybe even a gentle back bend, but close the core. Squeeze and press on the breath down. As we do this, as we inhale, rolling and opening and reaching out, we're drawing circulation up the backside of the body. As we exhale, pressing, squeezing, tucking the tailbone, we're drawing the circulation to the front side of the body. Drawing from the feet to the fingertips. As we exhale, pressing and grounding down to the earth. Press the feet away a little bit. Inhale, draw up. One more nice big breath as you exhale. Press the palms down. Soften the knees and sit the hips down. We're here. Prayer pose, prayer squat. We're in Utkatasana with the hands at Namaskarasana for all those Sanskrit buffs out there. Rolling the elbows back, expand the chest. As you exhale, press the palms forward. Just throwing a little kung fu at you today as we inhale, drawing the shoulders back. We want to keep them soft. We're kind of squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, pressing. Can you feel the pressing of the heels away from each other? Once more. Open and exhale, press. Take a nice big breath in, look up, reach up. And as you exhale, we're falling gracefully in the fold. We soften the knees. And come on down into Uttanasana. Maybe pedaling out the knees here, softening the neck. That feels pretty good. Feeling active and alive. We want to find our half lift, our Ardha Uttanasana. Just take time here. It's kind of like dragging fingers through sand. As you inhale, you're tilting the tailbone up, tucking the chin, and drawing the chest forward. Exhale, soften, down deep. Nice deep fold. Once more, inhale, drawing the chest forward. Exhale, set the hips back. We're going to step right back into a warrior one. We want to inhale, step up. I should say reach up and step back. Boom, be in there. I'm off my mat. Here in Virabhadrasana 1, taking that second to to check the stance. We're stacking the knee, the back foot's at about 45, and our chest is toward the front. We want to lift and expand on the breath in, and then this time, as you exhale, gracefully come forward to touch the ground, rolling the belly over the thigh. Here. We can always stop here. As you inhale, come back up. 3 or 4 nice deep breaths here. Exhaling to come forward. Notice how that foot's working, intrinsically finding balance. We're activating the body's natural equilibrium here. Working that kinetic chain. Working the breath. Taking one more nice breath to come up big. Look up, reach up, and then go ahead and relax the shoulders. Be in that warrior one for a moment. Dropping the head back if it feels good. Keep that back leg strong. Drawing up as we inhale. As you exhale, see if you can feel the feet push into the mat and away from each other just a little bit. Find that strength, that warrior strength in the foundation. Just one more breath. Exhaling to come forward, back, fingers floating toward the ground. Inhale, step into the half lift position. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Pedaling out the knees, a few breaths here. Even in our fold as we inhale, we're expanding the ribs and pushing. As you inhale, try this. Push the heels away from each other. Roll, internal rotation, very strong and deliberate, and then soften on the breath out. Take one more breath here, and we'll start to transition. Inhaling to the half lift. Exhale is squatting the hips for the chair pose. Inhale, step back, reach up. And find that nice Virabhadrasana 1. Finding that nice grounding through the ball of the back foot, keeping the legs strong, stacking the knee, driving the feet away from each other. Looking up on a breath in. As we exhale, coming forward, fingers floating toward the floor or to the knee, that's okay. Find it. Opening the heart, every breath in. Exhaling, grounding down, every breath out. Finding that foot working, activating that kinetic chain. 3 or 4 nice breaths here. Feel the footwork, but try to soften, try to get your head out of it. Try to just feel. Notice the body's natural ability to find balance and equilibrium. One more nice breath in. Soften the shoulders. We can bring the hands together. Drop the head back. Find your comfortable warrior 1. Maybe we're here, and that's just fine. But we're strong in body and mind for just a few breaths. Squeezing the core, drawing up from the pelvic floor. One more breath in. Exhale to come forward. Slow and graceful. Inhale to step into the half lift. Exhale into the fold. Inhale into the half lift. Exhale, squat the hips down. Inhale, arms up. Utkatasana. Stay in the chair pose. The fierce pose, the powerful pose. We want to feel the back bend. We want to feel open in the chest. We want to soften the shoulders and settle in the hips. Glance down and see your knees in line with the toes. If we're way up here, bump them back a little bit. A breath or few here. Feels good. Take a breath, stand tall. And then gently let the fingers come down. Just stand steady for a moment. Stand steady and feel the circulation. Feel the breath arise and fall. Release the shoulders. Feel the heart beating in the chest. Feel alive. You feel the energy flowing through every fiber and cell of your being. I can. And it feels pretty darn good. Another breath or so here. Softening. We want to go ahead and set ourselves up. We're going to play with our balance just a little bit, but we're going to build into it slowly. So what I want you to do, stand tall, close the eyes, and as you inhale, bend the right knee. Keep the ball of foot in the ground, but lift the heel. Squeezing the opposite leg, grounding down. With the eyes closed and 2 feet on the floor, is it tricky? Can you find that stability? A little bit of poise maybe, just a breath or two. And then release it down. As you release down, ground down into the heel and ground down into the ball of that right foot. As you inhale, bend the left knee, draw up onto the ball of the foot. Be in there. Do you balance easier on one side better than the other? Make sure we're not hyperextending the leg, but it's active. If you feel your toes clenching down, lift them up on a breath in. And then set them down. Oh, playing with it. Breath in and out, and we'll release that side down. Balance has got to be lighthearted and fun. We can't take ourselves too seriously. I fall over all the time, and I practice this stuff a lot. So it's okay to fall. Just jump back into it and try it again. We're going to go ahead and take the feet about hip distance apart. We're taking it up a notch here just a little bit. What we want to do, ground down on the breath out. Engage the core as you inhale, drawing the right knee up. And be in here. Actually, it's probably better if I just face you guys. Ha! There we go. Now, we're just taking 3-4 breaths here. Let's see if you can find a gentle back bend, holding on to that knee. Feel a nice stretch on the front of that front hip. Oh, that standing leg. Coming back to the center. See what it feels like. Can you bump that hip up? Work in the hips, finding the stability, soften the toes. Woo, just a breath or so, drawing the knee in, and then letting it down. Setting up for the second side. Always kind of feels good to do a little hula hips in between. For me, I like to dance, I like to move. Here, breathe. Ground down. Engage, and as you inhale, draw up. The opposite knee, we're pulling up. We're finding our dristi, our gazing point. Maybe it's down on the floor in front of you, maybe it's across the room. Find that point and stay with it. The gaze will help you keep steady. As you inhale, open the ribs and maybe lean back just a little bit. See if you can find that gentle back bend, just for a breath or two. Being aware of the foot working, but not trying to control it. Unless it's clenching. Coming back to the center. Maybe bumping the hips up a little. Oh, that's working the outside of the hip there, inside the thigh there, yeah. Feels good. Nice breath. Draw that knee high. And then gently set it down. Wiggling it out just a little bit. We're going to take a gentle side bend. Feet about hip distance apart, just a little bit wider here. Let your left hand be glued to your hip for a sec. Right palm reaches straight toward the sky. Keep that length as you exhale, starting to soften down into it. Finding that nice big side bend. Open, the chin can be tucked into the armpit, or it can be dropped down, gazing toward the floor, or you can roll it out. We're here just a few breaths. A nice big side bend. We come up in a nice arc, big graceful arc, and relax it down. Waka chicka. Hand to the hip, inhale, reach high to the sky. Exhale and slowly keep that length. We're not just crunching, we're really reaching long and graceful. Oh yeah, it feels good. Keeping the shoulder back in space, opening the ribs on the breath in, softening a little deeper on the breath out. Soften the neck and the shoulder, maybe roll it out if it feels good. And then inhale to come up slow. Big graceful arc. Working the side body and the balancing postures. We are going to play with Vrikshasana, our tree pose. We're going to play with this and we're going to build it up nice and slow. If you want to jump right into it, knock yourself out. Maybe you stay with me here. Try this. Turn your toes out 90 degrees, pick your heel up and slide it over. And as you inhale, draw in. Push that heel in just a little bit and feel the lift. We could take the arms up and maybe just stay right here, or we feel that lift. That activates the outside of the hips, keeps us stable. Next breath, coming up. Maybe the foot's on the calf. We try not to push on the knee. We might bring it up nice and high. Taking the arms up on a breath in, softening the shoulders. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. There's a gentle little tuck of the tailbone there that can help. We're always kind of keeping that knee pressed out just a little bit. Maybe it feels good to sway, play in the wind just a little bit. Trees bend gently. That's why they don't break as easily in the storms of life. Metaphorically, our body's the same way. The greater flexibility in body and mind, the greater chance that we're not going to get broken by the chaos. Take a nice breath, reach high. Press the palms to the heart. A nice breath in, and then gently release it down with control, with stability. Wiggling it out. Setting up for the second side. Again, play with it here. It kind of feels good. That engagement, turning the toes out, picking the heel up, sliding it over, feeling it, drawing in. You feel it on the outside of that hip. Oh yeah, I can feel that. Grounding down, coming up. Maybe we stop here. Maybe we come all the way up nice and high. Breathe deep. Lift the ribs on the breath in. And then soften the shoulders on the breath out. Tucking the tailbone a little bit. Pressing the knee out a little bit. Maybe we feel playful. Maybe the branches sway. This way and that. Oh, it feels good. I feel like a ballerina. Do I look like a ballerina? I hope I don't look like a ballerina. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't hold it against you if you thought I did. Feeling playful, feeling lighthearted. Here in our Vrikshasana, our tree pose. One more breath, 2 more breaths. Reaching high to the sky, pressing the palms down to the heart. Being there and breathing here. And then gently releasing it down. Nice. Alrighty then. So, here's where we're going. Here's where the strap might come in handy if the foot feels a little bit far away. We want to be able to straighten the leg out. So, maybe we've got our strap, and we're going to go ahead and put our strap on the right foot, and we're going to be here. And we're all set to go. We're feeling stoked and pumped and playful. It's okay if we fall. Take a breath, lift the ribs. Ground on to that left foot. And as you inhale, drawing up and in, draw the knee up and in. Maybe we've got our strap here. Maybe we go ahead and grab the toes. After we find a little poise in this position, on a breath as you exhale, squeeze the quads, squeeze the core, keeping that balance there. We're here. And then taking the arm high. We want to be nice and long on that left side body. Taking a few breaths here, keeping the drishti, keep the focus, keep the gaze, keep the mind and the eyes soft. You feel good and stable. As we inhale, we're going to go ahead and open wide. Finding ourselves here. Uttita Padangustasana in Vrikshasana. Extended hand to toe, hand to foot. And taking a few breaths. Exhale and bring it all to the center. Bring the knee in, bring the palm in. Squeeze the core. Take one more breath. And then softly release it down. Very good, very good. Wiggle the hips. Feels pretty good. I'm in a good mood today. I hope you guys are in a good mood today. If you're not, I hope this practice helps you loosen up a little bit and feel a little bit more lighthearted about things in life. Because if we take ourselves too serious, it's like that rigid tree. The storms of life are blowing and crack, we snap because, you know what, we're just taking things too serious. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, ground down. Got the strap on the foot. We want to inhale, draw up and in. Coming up with the strap, coming up for the toe. Find your poise. Find that place of focus, that drishti. And as you're ready, exhale to extend. Woo! I gotta stop talking and find my breath. Find my center. Nice. If it feels good, we inhale to take the hand up and lengthen that side body. Feeling long and strong here. For a few breaths, challenging our balance and our core keeps tight. As you inhale, maybe opening to expand if it feels good. Coming wide to the side. Feel the hips work here. Feel the foot work here. A few breaths extended on this side. A nice breath in. We exhale to bring it to the center. Hold it. And then gently release it down. Nice. That felt pretty good. Checking the time here. Boom, we're doing beautiful. Okay, just a few more moments to release just a touch here. Go ahead and take the feet wide, Prasarita, Padottanasana, the standing straddle. Turning the toes in, softening the knees, hands on the hips as you inhale. Bring the elbows back. As you exhale, press into the outside of the feet. Strong. Feel the engagement here? Yeah, those have been working. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lead with the heart. Come forward. Just keep the knees soft. And then go ahead and relax the arms down. Swaying the hips side to side just a little bit. Should feel pretty darn good. Inhale, coming over toward the right foot, walking across the hands. Nice breath in and out. Breathe. After a breath or two, we release, exhaling to the center. Inhaling, coming across to the other side. Exhale, softening. Being here. A breath or two. Feeling that stretch. A nice breath in. Releasing to the center. Coming up as we inhale. And then releasing back down. I want to go ahead and take triangle on each side. I want to go ahead and turn the left toes out. We can bend the knee if we need to, if we want to. Otherwise, go ahead and inhale. Open up into an Utthita Trikonasana. That feels pretty good. Just a few breaths on that side body, driving the legs. I can feel the stretch in the hips. My body was asking for that. It felt good. If at any point your body's asking for something, listen. Learn to listen to the body. A nice breath in. Exhaling through the center. Rotating the toes. Left toes turning out. Finding it as we inhale, opening up. Finding our Utthita Trikonasana, our extended triangle on the second side. Keeping the ribs open, keeping the hip rolled back, and keeping active, driving the outside edge of the foot. Just a couple of breaths. Few breaths. Should feel pretty good. Nice breath in. Maybe lengthening and then releasing down. Turning the toes, soften the knees. And then gently bringing those feet together. Wiggle in the hips. Taking just a second in Uttanasana if it feels good. As you're ready, inhale, lift the ribs, look up, reach up. Exhaling to press the palms to the heart. Pausing there for a moment, softening the elbows, softening the shoulders. Taking a moment to tune inward once more. Feel the floor, feel the earth beneath the feet. Find that equal pressure side to side, letting go of any unnecessary tension in the knees or the hips. Letting go of any unnecessary tension in the shoulders. How does it feel to be alive? How does it feel to be standing on our own 2 feet? Ready to face the day and conquer life, come what may. It has been a pleasure sharing this practice with you. I hope you have a terrific day. Namaste.